So what I'm doing is making a base with an adjustable fence for my router, so I can adjust how far in I want to make a groove in a piece of wood. I know you can buy these things, but I've got a lot of scrap wood laying around, so I figured I might as well just make one for cheap. That'll work. Okay, so here are my knobs with the nut embedded in each one. So this is the base plate that I'm going to use, and this piece of poplar is the fence that I want to use. I need to make two pieces of threaded rod that I can embed in the piece of poplar and then tighten with the two knobs. And I can probably get two out of just this long bolt that I have, because it's got to go through most of the width of the fence, plus the base plate, plus the knob. So, and then a little bit of room to loosen the knob. So about that much. You can probably get two lengths like that out of that screw. Okay, here are the two threaded studs that I cut from that bolt to put into the fence. I cut a couple flutes in each one, which will help it cut into the wood a little bit better and thread a little bit more easily, and also give the wood glue a bit more of a surface to grip onto. That's right, I'm going to use wood glue to put these into a piece of wood. and secure them. And it doesn't seem like it should, but it actually works pretty well. And also here's the fence. I've got it marked, the position of where each of these should go. So I'll drill holes just a little bit undersized for these and put them in. Okay, so the base plate is slotted now, so let's try the fence on it and see how it works. And put the knobs on. Looks pretty good. You could probably get more of an idea of how it works now. Once the router is located in the center here, you can loosen these knobs, and then imagine a router bit is right there in the center, protruding out. You can loosen the knobs and then adjust the fence where you want it to be. And then once you have it in that spot, tighten both knobs, and then you're set to run your router along the edge of the workpiece. So next, I think what I'm going to do is attach a piece of wood, probably the same thickness, to the top of the fence right here, so that it can index along the side of the base plate and make it a lot easier, so that when you're adjusting the fence, it stays perfectly perpendicular. It's the motion of adjustment in and out stays perfectly perpendicular to the length of the base plate. Okay, so here's the right angle indexing piece. I don't know what you'd call it, but I lined up the fence with the very edge of the base plate and tightened it down so that when I mark a location for this to be screwed and glued into the fence, it'll be all set up for perpendicular. Only problem is this is pretty much the exact same thickness as the base plate, so the knob tightens down on this just as much as it does on the base plate. And to prevent it from interfering with that, I'm just going to use the belt sander to reduce the thickness of this slightly. Much better. Okay, both of these holes are countersunk now, so the screw is nice and flush, and it won't interfere with the knob tightening directly over it. Okay, so my idea for aligning the base plate right in the center of the router base is drilling a hole with the size drill bit that the chuck is, which is 1/4 inch, in the middle of the base plate, which I measured out, and then that fits right in the chuck. There we go. Now it will be easy to mark out a position like around the router base, and then where the screw hole should go to secure the base plate to the router. And it should be nice and centered in the base plate. Okay, so here's the original base plate for the router and the screws that hold it in place. There are 3 of them. So I just have to drill and countersink the holes in the bottom of the new base plate to hold the new one on. Okay, here it is attached to the bottom of the router, and you can see that the countersunk screws don't interfere with the bottom of the base plate. That's the center where the bit will go. I don't exactly know how big it should be, but here's the largest router bit I have. So I think if I make it just a little bit wider than that diameter, that should suit my needs. Okay, so here's the finished product. If you pretend that the edge of the table saw is a work surface, piece of wood, then you just use it like this and move the router along. Works pretty nicely. I just tried it. You can loosen up the knobs here and adjust the fence distance from the center of the router bit, and use the little indexing thing here on the side to keep it at the right angle, and then retighten it. I'll show using it in a different video. Actually, it'll be included in the video where I'm making my miter saw station. This is going to help me cut the slots for the drawer slide tracks. So, thanks for watching.